These guys don't just eat healthy, they cook healthy. I've got Roen and Alexander here, and we're going to do a little bit of cooking, but first we're going to do a little bit of talking. And what I got to know is, how did guys as young as you get into cooking in the first place? Alexander, how did you start?
Just watching my mom cook when I was little. She would let me go into the kitchen and bake simple things with her, like cakes and cookies and cupcakes, things like that. And then as years went on, my dad started teaching me savory food, and I just got really interested in it and watching cooking shows on TV.
Wow, and it certainly took off. Now you're on a cooking show. And Roen, what about you? How'd you get into this?
Well, when I was younger, I was like obsessed with ninjas, and I would see my mom cutting with a really big knife, and I would ask, hey, can I try that? Because it looked like a sword. Right. And obviously she would let me try, but she would say, like, be careful. And it just started off just like cutting garlic, and then cutting more and more, and then kind of incorporating making sauces and just basic pasta, and then, you know, it just kept going. And
so what you're saying is that if my son, who's 7, has a passion for pirates and ninjas, I should let him in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's the lesson. Okay, lesson learned. How did you end up on MasterChef Junior? How did you end up on a TV show? Did your parents go, you're so good at this, we got to put you on TV?
No, not really. It's actually kind of a surprise. I got an email through my school, and they were offering auditions in New York City, and so since I'd been cooking, my parents were like, hey, you should try out and, you know, see what happens. And I tried out, and here I am.
And there you are. And Roen, is it stressful on the show at all?
Yeah, at some points it gets pretty hectic and stressful.
But how do you handle? What do you do when you feel like, oh, I got to make this sauce just perfect or it's going to all blow up?
But since there's so many cameras, there's like 100, and they're all in your face, it's really hard to concentrate while you're cooking. So you just kind of gotta, what I do is I just pretend that I just feel like I'm in my kitchen, and so that nothing distracts me.
I like that idea. My kids are really picky eaters. Before we go to break, what's the one thing you would suggest, you guys, that I can do to make my kids eat more vegetables?
Probably kind of like mask the taste with something that might be sweeter, or I don't know.
Dip them in sugar or honey or something like that? All right, when we come, we're going to put these guys to the test. We're going to take a break. When we come back, these guys are going to show us some of their favorite healthy recipes right here in the kitchen.